Okay, stumbled on an awesome documentary last night called Generation Gamble. It's on CNBC. Highly recommend you check it out. It was about how easy it has become for anybody to just pick up their phone and basically have Vegas at their fingertips. You can do sports gambling with DraftKings. You can do stocks and crypto with Robinhood, and it's all gamified. You can do, gambling like you're in a casino and an actual avatar, and it's becoming faster speeds and more clear, like you're actually there, and it's getting those dopamine hits to hit even harder and harder and getting you more addicted and connected to this stuff. And there's nobody really monitoring this stuff, and it's ruining a lot of people's lives. I personally have my own story where I had a huge gambling problem in college. I went to Vegas, had never been before, on spring break, ended up going with some friends and betting on black on the roulette table for fun and just put $20 down. It hit, and holy cow, did my brain freaking go crazy. It was like, this is the best thing ever. We got to keep doing this. Flash forward to 35 minutes later, I'd lost every dollar that I brought for the trip. Ended up having to call both of my parents separately and beg and plead for them to send me money just so I could get through the rest of the trip and eat. Lost all that money as well. They both ended up sending me a couple $100. Lost that money as well. Ended up spending the rest of the time sitting in my hotel room eating ramen noodles while my friends are out for the next 2 days just having fun because they were able to control themselves and seeing shows and doing all the fun stuff you'd want to do in Vegas. So I got home and I discovered online gambling, and it made it even worse, and I was losing even more money, and I was always in a bad mood, and I was pissy. And thank God at the time I had somebody in my life, my girlfriend, who was like, you are a different person. Like, I don't even know you anymore. Like, you need help, and I'm not going to talk to you until you do. And I ended up going to Gamblers Anonymous. Was very fortunate to have some older gentlemen in there with me who essentially one by one went through their stories. I'd say the next closest age was 20 years older than me, and I'm like, this young college kid, and they just absolutely scared the shit out of me. One guy, I'll never forget, he embezzled from his own company to pay his gambling debts. He got put in jail. His wife, he lost his business. His wife left him, wouldn't let him see the kids. Like, these guys got through with their stories, and I don't know if they did it in retrospect just to, like if they always talk about their stories, or it was like, okay, we got a fresh face guy in here. Like, he hasn't been down this road yet and ruined his life. Like, let's tell him our stories and hope it scares him straight. But that's what happened, and that's exactly how it went. I walked out of there, and I wasn't thinking about gambling. I was like, holy shit, I'm lucky. Like, I thought it was bad losing these thousands of dollars, but flash forward 20 years from now, I could be one of these guys. So, at the very end of this documentary, I was able to kind of get a grip on mine. And, it never goes away. There's always like, stock market. And, I did discover options at one point, and I started dabbling, and then I caught myself. I was like, no, what are you doing? And it's always a temptation, just like an alcoholic or, somebody that does drugs. Like, you'll never be completely away from it, but you want to get in an environment where people aren't doing it. If you've already downloaded it on your phone, take it off. Go on talk to other people that are in similar situations, like Facebook groups. Go to a Gamblers Anonymous meeting. There's tons of stuff online that I didn't have access to where you can get that support that you need to help you to stop. If you haven't downloaded any of this stuff, just don't do it, because you never know if you have that gambling gene, and if you're gonna be one of those person where like it did with me and like some of these guys on the show and gals, that it clicked and it was like, oh my God, and you will do anything to gamble more, and you'll find money, and you'll lie, and you'll cheat, and you'll steal. And thank God I was able to nip it in the bud. Hopefully, it hasn't ruined your life yet, and you can nip it in the bud as well. I'll leave you with this very last quote that the gentleman said at the end. He said, I realized I didn't have to be rich to be happy. Once I got over the obsession, it freed me to actually be happy. And this guy ended up becoming a social worker and was doing good for the world, and was not by any means rich in the traditional sense, but you could tell that he was super happy, and he loved his job, and he was out there helping people every single day. That's real wealth. That's real success. So don't lose sight of what's really important. Don't chase the almighty dollar, the power, the fame, the money. It's not the route to happiness. It's your 5 cores. It's the other things in life that you need to focus on. Hope this one was able to help you.